Hello YouTubers, and welcome to my review of Star Trek 2009. That's right, I'm going to be taking a look back at the reboot, which came out in May 2009. I remember going to see it. I'm a big Star Trek fan, as well as a Doctor Who fan and a Star Wars fan, so I can class myself as a Trekkie. This film, what happens in this film is it begins this whole alternate timeline. You've got the characters from the original series that aired from 66 to 69 coming back. Obviously they're played by new actors, younger actors, because it talks about it details all the younger days of the characters from the original series. So Captain Kirk, Spock, all those characters, you name them. Chris Pine plays Captain Kirk. Zachery Quinto plays Spock. Karl Urban plays Dr. Leonard McCoy. Simon Pegg plays Scotty, and list goes on really. Zoe Saldana plays Uhura. Anton Yelchin plays Chekov, and John Chow plays Sulu. So you got all the characters there, and they're just played by different actors. Although the late great Leonard Nimoy appears in this film as the old Spock, and the main villain of the film, he is played by Bana. He plays this Romulan leader called Nero, and basically what happened in this film is the Romulans go back in time. The Romulans led by Nero go back in time to 23rd century. They went from the 24th, so it's, I don't know, after the events of Next Generation or something like that. If you're a Star Trek fan, you know more about this stuff, but if you just like this film in general, then all you know is it just comes from the future. That's it, really. And what happens is Romulus got destroyed in the future, so what they do, they go back and they want to destroy Vulcan, and they want to get vengeance over Starfleet. But it's a bit weird because Starfleet wouldn't know what they've done because it's in the past. They wouldn't know it was going to happen. So, kind of unfair for Starfleet. They want to destroy Earth and everything like that, and they just want vengeance. This Nero is very mad about what happened because he's lost his whole family, lost his own planet. But going back in time, obviously it'll just change everything. Vulcan gets destroyed. That never happened in the other canon of the series. Like, if you watch all the other Star Trek series, it never got destroyed, whereas in this it gets destroyed. So it creates a whole new timeline and everything. Spock hates Kirk. Spock and Uhura get together and all that. And it's a very interesting concept, and I think that this film is one of the best reboots ever made. It's certainly better than all three Star Wars prequels combined, in my opinion, and that is saying a lot, because Star Wars in general, I think there's more Star Wars fans than maybe Trek fans. I could be completely wrong though. But there's always that ongoing feud between Trekkies and Star Wars fans. But I think, personally, in my opinion, this film alone, this 2009 reboot, is better than all three of the Star Wars prequels directed by George Lucas, because, well, for one, this film doesn't have Jar Jar Binks. It's instantly better than all three of those, because all three had that stupid character. So that gets an instant thumbs up from me. Also, the cast, they do a very good job. Chris Pine, in particular, does a good job as Kirk. I think the best of them all is Zachery Quinto as Spock, and Spock is probably my favourite character from the original series, so it made me so happy that he did a really good job with Spock. I was really afraid that they might have messed everything up with the whole recast and everything, but I think overall he did a great job. Chris Pine did a good job. Karl Urban as Dr. Leonard McCoy, he did an excellent job, and everyone else really, they did a great job. So there's nothing really bad to say about the cast. I think the cast, as I've said, they've all done a good job, as does Eric Bana as Nero, the main villain of the film. It was nice to see Leonard Nimoy back as Spock. Loved Leonard Nimoy, rest in peace. To have him back was brilliant. I would have rather have him back than William Shatner, as I heard that William Shatner could have been a bit of an arse at times. But it would be nice to see William Shatner come back in future Star Trek films, seeing as the actor is in his 80s now. So, and obviously you can't get Leonard Nimoy anymore because unfortunately he died earlier this year. So it's a real shame, because I think for me and for some others, he's a legend in sci-fi. He's instantly recognisable as Spock. So he'll be sadly missed by many sci-fi fans, including me. What else is there to say? I think the special effects are amazing in this film. J.J. Abrams directed this film, and of course J.J. Abrams is directing Episode 7 of Star Wars. So this film, it's famous for having all of those lens flares and everything like that. And to be honest, I don't see the problem with it. I just think some people just overreact sometimes. Oh, there's too many lens flares, and so I don't see the problem with it, in my opinion. I think there's nothing wrong with lens flares, and I think overall the direction and everything is great. The music is also absolutely brilliant. You've got some original music in there, as well as some music like rescored from the original series. That theme tune, what you hear when you hear the Star Trek theme in the original 1960s show, and it's just a great nod to the franchise, really, and at the same time it revitalised it, because before this film came out, some saw the franchise as dead, because we had a few TV series. Again, I'm a big fan of all the TV series. My favourite being Star Trek Voyager. That was just brilliant. I remember I grew up with that show as a young child. This was before I got into Doctor Who. And I'll always have very fond memories of watching that show, back then when I was a young child, and even last year when I went through a marathon of the show. So yeah, Voyager's my favourite TV show out of the Star Trek franchise, and Next Generation's probably my second favourite. With Enterprise, it got cancelled after that. It got cancelled in 2005, ironically when Doctor Who came back as well. Bit weird. And the franchise was seen as dead. We didn't get anything for 4 years, and then this came along, this reboot for Star Trek, and I think it's totally restored everyone's faith. Well, I say everyone. Some people are displeased with this because they changed a few things, the whole change of the timeline. Some people may have been dissatisfied with all the direction and everything, but I thought it was good. I think sometimes it's good to take things in a new direction, and sometimes I think it's for the better, and I think on this occasion it was done brilliantly. They could have totally screwed everything up, like they did with The Amazing Spider-Man. I totally dislike that film. They should not have rebooted that franchise, in my opinion. But hey, that's what happens when you have a superhero in the hands of Sony, and all you need to look at now is Fantastic Four. That's just got rebooted, and that has got slated I don't know how many times, and I always thought that shouldn't have got rebooted as well. But Star Trek, it was the first film since Star Trek Nemesis, which came out in 2002, and that got a lot of mixed reception and everything, and all of that. With this, revitalised the franchise, and in my opinion, out of all the Star Trek films that we've had so far, we've got another one coming out next year. Fingers crossed it's a good film and it delivers. I think that this is probably the best one we've had so far. Out of all the Star Trek feature films, this is probably the best one. So overall, if I had to give this a score, I'd give this a 9.5. It totally does the franchise some justice. It kicks ass. Nice new direction for the series. I can watch it over and over again. Never get bored of it. Brilliant. One of the best reboots. It's up there with the likes of Batman Begins and Casino Royale and reboots like that. So definitely, if you've not seen this, then I would consider giving it a go. Even if you're not a fan of Star Trek in particular. I mean, I'm a fan of Star Trek. But I feel if I wasn't, I would be a fan of this film. It wouldn't be blinded judgment that would make me think that this is a great film. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. My review of Star Trek 2009, directed by J.J. Abrams. Stay tuned for more movie reviews, and again, if you want me to review films that you like or dislike, then comment below. Tell me what you want me to review in the future. I would really love to hear what you want me to review, and I can see what I can do about that. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you soon. Don't forget to click the link below to subscribe to me, James Croft, aka the Obsessivian 95. Have a great day.